Netzach of Gevurah. This is going to be the 11th day of the Sfirat Omer. And to title Netzach of Gevurah is to be able to control energy. This is the idea of Netzach of Gevurah. And the power of Gevurah in my soul is this energy that we relate to. I mean, I do have some type of an energy that is allowing me to move, to breathe, to be productive. Needless to say, every person has a total different energy. And even the same person can have different types of energy. But what is the definition really of energy? The definition of energy is the power of the nefesh, the power of gvura in the nefesh. And like in anything, if you have too much energy, too much power, this is not good. Too little power, also not good. The easiest way to explain it, if you take too much voltage, what would it do? It will explode all the light bulbs. That's the idea. Take now, we have in the wall 220, 240 volt. In North America, it's 110 volt. Go now to a power plant, it's 5,000 volts. Connect now the electricity from the power plants into your wall, it will burn down the whole house. That's the idea of too much energy, or in the Kabbalistic term, too much light, and vessels that are not able to receive this light. The capacity of the vessels are not qualified, so to say. So what's the conclusion here? The conclusion is, like I said last week exactly, that we need a perfect balance. No perfect balance, then either too much or too less. So the conclusion is that we have to come to a perfect balance. How do I get to the perfect balance? I need control over the sphira that will allow me to reach to this balance, and this is Netzach. Netzach Gevurah is taking the power, the ability, and the tools to control how much Gevurah is going to be used. Yesterday and the day before we were explaining that Gevurah can be courage, severity, judgment, and so forth, but I need to know how much. Sometimes too much of it is not good. Too much Gevurah, again, can be destructive. The easiest way to explain it, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're full of energy. You jump out of bed, you make things happen, you're on fire. And the next day, you don't want to go out of bed. What's the difference between this day and the next day? So some power in me is very weak, or sometimes the power in me is very strong. Sometimes it's done not only in something physical, it's how I try to build a certain relationship. Sometimes you put too much effort into a relationship. Might not going to work. Sometimes it's too less. Sometimes it's this energy, it can be applied to how much you learn Torah, how much mitzvot you do. Nevertheless, what you want to put as an exercise here is to try to recognize when do you put too much strain on yourself. Financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and when are the times that you're not putting enough.